Welcome to lesson number 38 of Numbers and Operations, Equivalent Rational Numbers. Equivalent means similar, not the same, but similar. All right, so that's our objective. You can go back through the rules and notes. You're going to have to watch the two previous videos to understand the groupings of numbers and the definitions of the words that I may say. I'll go over them in the previous two videos called the rational numbers and rational numbers. So now we did this in the previous two videos, but I'm doing it again just in case you did not watch those videos. So negative 1 over 8. We drop the 1 down in the house and we divide. 8 goes into 1 0 times. Decimal point, add a 0. 8 goes into 10 2 times. One time. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, you get 2. Bring the 0 down. 8 goes into 22 times. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtracting, you get 4. And that's 5. 5 times 8 is 40. You terminate. So negative 1 over 8 equals negative 0.125. And this is a terminating decimal. 5/16. So 5 over 16. And I did a little trick last time where I reduced the fraction, but you can't reduce here because 5 is prime. 16 does not go into 5, so you're going to have to add a decimal, 0. How many times does 16 go into 50? 16, 32, 48. So 3 times 16 is 48. Subtracting, you get 2. 16 goes into 20 once. And you get 4. Add another 0. 2. 32. You get 8. All right, 16 fives is 80. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 80. Oh, this actually terminates. So 5/16 equals 0.3125. And this is also terminating. Example 2. Convert each fraction into a decimal and indicate if the decimal is repeating or terminating. Okay, so here's a trick with mixed numbers. That's a fraction with a whole number. Ignore the whole number part, and this is negative 1 in 13 over 20. So we're just going to deal with the 4/5. 5 goes into 4 0 times. Add a decimal and a 0, because all numbers are understood to have a decimal after them. 8 times 5 is 40. So 2 4/5 equals 2.8. And this is obviously terminating. Negative 1 and 13 over 20. Okay, we're going to drop our 13 in. 20 goes into 13 0 times. Put a decimal and a 0. And let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 times 2 is 12. 120. Subtract, you get a 10. Put a 0. And 20. 5 times 20 is 100. So that goes to 0. So negative 1 and 13 twentieths equals negative 1.65. That's not a 4, that's a negative 1. Let me make that neater for you. Negative 1.620. Okay. Example 2. Those are 2 examples. And I'll see you at the end of the video for the recap. Convert each decimal into an equivalent fraction. So fractions and decimals after this lesson are the same thing. So 1 and 25 hundredths. The 5 is in the hundredths place, so put. Don't forget to reduce where you can. We can divide out 25. That's a common factor. 1 and 1/4. Negative 0.875. So we're going to take the 875 and put it over 1,000. And then we're just going to divide by 5 over 5. That's 200. 5 goes into 10 twice, and you get 2 zeros. 5 goes into 8 once. 37, 7, 35, 25, 175. And again, you end in a 5 and a 0, so divide by 5 over 5 again. 5 goes into 17 3 times, 25, 35. 5 goes into 200 40 times. Oh, look at this, a 5 and a 0. So we can divide by 5 and 5 again, and we get 7 over 8, 7/8. And problem 2, negative 1 and 6 over 10. Divide by 2 over 2 to simplify. You get negative 1 and 3/5. 3.09. Now, ignore the 3. Put the 9 over 100, and you get 3 and 9/100ths. And there's no common factor between 9 and 100. And that is the end of this video. Equivalent, the same, similar, the same value, but in different form. A fraction and a decimal are the same thing. So that was the point of this lesson. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching my video.